Good morning. So I woke up today to all kinds of snow all over the ground, and it's only November, so you can see that we are getting quite a bit of snow here in Canada. Anyways, I'm outside, it's a beautiful sunny day. It's a beautiful snow-filled sunny day, and I thought I'd just stand out here. I'm just kind of inspired by the scenery today and make a video. Okay, so today's video is about your heart and your head. And what's really starting to stand out to me more than ever, and let's not forget that I've spent 7 years researching, doing every single protocol possible, every single diet. I have spent well over $200,000 to $300,000 trying to get well with my own money. This has been an ongoing, constant battle daily to try to figure out how to solve these problems. And more, I'm realizing that your heart already knows the answer. Your heart already knows the answer. And your head, although grasping to certain ideas, grasping to knowledge and science, and grasping onto your past stories and your histories and almost anything that it can grasp onto, your brain will, and try to make a riddle out of it, try to make sense out of it. So if you feel like you're trying to solve something that is almost like a Rubik's Cube, it's just, you're just going over it. You go over it in your sleep, you go over it when you wake up, you go over it in the shower, you go over it when you walk, you go over it constantly, and it doesn't stop. Your mind will not stop trying to solve a problem. Take a breath, and that's a clue to you that the answer's not in your head. The answer isn't in more research. The answer isn't in the next protocol, the next diet, the next doctor or functional medicine practitioner, or the next cutting edge technology. That's probably not where the answer is, right? If you haven't been able to solve a riddle that you're spending day and night on, a Rubik's Cube that that you have put all your energy into for years and years and years and years, and you cannot stop trying to solve it, and you just cannot come up with that answer, it's because the answer isn't in your head. The answer isn't found with knowledge. The answer is found inside your heart. And the reason that I'm coming more and more to this realization is that your heart already knows what it wants to do in this life. Your heart already knows what makes it happy, what makes it sing, what makes it dance, what makes it filled with joy and love. Your heart already knows why you're in this mess. Your heart already knows what you're resisting, what you're doing that you don't want to be doing. All the little things every time that you say yes to something that you don't want to be doing, your heart already knows. All the little things that you want to say yes to and you're saying no to, your heart already knows. All the little things and all the big things all added up together, that you wish your life was, but it's not. That's where your heart is pointing to. All the decisions that you're unsure about, your heart is already telling you the answer. All the decisions where you have that little nagging gut feeling, you already know the answer. If you're living a life that you don't like, you already know the answer. If you're burying your feelings, if you're refusing to see the truth of the situation, the truth of your feelings, what your heart is trying to tell you. I'm not saying you have to change your life. That's not what this is about. This is about acknowledging what your heart wants it to feel, that you were sad, you were mad, you were angry, you felt abandoned, you feel resentment, you feel left out, you feel all these things. Maybe your heart wants to feel the grief and you're not allowing it. Maybe your heart wants to feel, your heart wants to feel every tiny little bit of it and you're pushing it down. Maybe your heart's already telling you the truth and you are totally 100% ignoring it. Maybe you're listening to it, but you're not letting it have the full expression. So today's video is just a reminder that your heart already knows. Your heart already knows. And it's time for you to sit and listen to your heart, to express your heart, to be who you truly are, to live the life that you truly want. If you're holding back out of fear or resistance or regret or sadness, or if you're, whatever reason you're holding back on living the life that you want to live, your heart already knows, and you're not being true. You're not being true to yourself. You have a reason in front of you, and you're letting that reason in your mind be a good reason instead of just feeling what you need to feel and doing what you need to do. And I know if you're putting pain in the forefront, if you're putting your illness in the forefront of your mind, it's because you're not listening to your heart and you're trying to frantically solve it through your brain. You're probably not going to solve it through your brain at this point. I hate to be the one to break it to you. I hate to be the one to be this bearer of bad news, but I've been there. I've been determined to solve it through my brain. And I'm finding more and more that I can only solve this problem. I can only solve this illness. I can only solve the pain. I can only solve what's going on through my heart. My heart already knows, and my heart wants to express it, wants to tell me, it wants to be loved, it wants to be cared for, it wants to be understood, and it wants to be seen. So listen and see your heart. And I hope this video helps. I hope instead of wasting your time, solving this problem in your head, you start to look inside your heart and solve it there. You probably aren't going to solve it without looking deep, deep within.